So, you did it again. I went to the grocery store and there he was. I mean, you killed the last one, but this one's gonna stay alive. There's a lot of stuff you're gonna read online about technicalities, this sensitive plant, how hard they are to care for. They're hardy. They're really strong. They're capable of enduring a lot more than people give them credit for. This guy over here, I've had for months and months and months now. As far as a plant enduring questionable things, he's seen pretty much everything you can think of. Multiple transplants in a short period of time, attacked by a kitten, separated several times before completely developed, and yet flourishing. Any kind of special lighting? Not for the most part, sitting in a south-facing window. Pretty much ready to go. All kinds of new growth, all kinds of dead growth. It's a plant. So, back to the important part. Keep this guy alive. Number one thing, clean water. Distilled, reverse osmosis. Rainwater, if you collect it directly from the air, I suppose. Distilled water is your best bet. Get it at the grocery store. Same place you got your plant. Wonderful convenience. So, here it is. Transplant. Like anything else, take it out of his pot. He's not going to get mad if you touch his leaves. He might close on you. No big deal. Not the end of the world. See, this here, that is his actual root. That is the part you want to be a little bit cautious with. All this other stuff is just a moss. This is really, really packed. Toss them off to the side. In a bin of water. You know, it's perfectly accessible. Soaks up, peels off nice and easy. This is what you have afterwards. This is your Venus Flytrap. These are rhizomes. The heart of your plant. All the energy is stored in that. They come right apart. There's 2, 3, I've seen 4 come in these grocery store pots. As you can tell, sometimes roots break off. Back to this guy. As you can tell, nice and loosened up. Stuff just falls off now. Takes very, very short period of time to get nice and loosened up. Wiggle it around, kind of let the weight of the moss do most of the work. If your guy's in peat, some of them are kept in just like a peat plugs or, well, there you go, kind of like this guy. He's in a little plug. If you want to go through the effort, pair of small scissors, cut your plug apart. Don't have to. You can transplant it just like this. I personally make the most of my plants. I will transplant these individually, separate pots, whole new plants, good to go. So, help this guy out a little bit. Wasted dead stuff. Quite simple. Think of like a banana peel. Grab this leaf. Oh, there's a little guy underneath here. Grab this leaf, just like that. Take him, toss him in a little bit of water off here to the side somewheres. Just like that. Easy peasy. You don't have to be super gentle, nothing like that. Get rid of all the dead crap off the side. You don't want none of that. All that kicking around. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick little... Uh-oh. So that piece came off. That is a rhizome with a root. Potential to be a plant if you want to go through the effort. Garbage if not. Green stuff into a cup of water. Future video. Dun dun dun. So we'll go to this guy, clean him up. Ready to rock and roll. This stuff. New soil. By soil, I mean clean peat moss. Pure peat mixed with long fiber, sphagnum moss, and perlite. Some people use sand, blah blah blah, there's all kind of variables. These plants like no minerals, no salts, no nothing. As basic as you can get. Nice and clean, no additives, no fertilizers, no food. That's why they have these, num num num, they don't need food. Not through here. All set up, nice deep pot. These guys, as you can tell, way longer root system than what the plant is. Tall, they like to go deep. Nice, deep, tall pot. Ready to go. There's this little dead guy here. Off there he goes. Now, the fun part, flower stalks. A lot of energy for the plant if you leave those. Go right down as deep as you can. Nice sharp pair of scissors. Try not to cut too much of the good stuff. Meaning this guy over here. Clip off, gone like that. Where you go, he's ready for his new home. This, you can toss off in that cup of water. So I like to take these guys, hold them upside down, get all these traps kind of out of the way, if you can. Like so. Take a handful of this stuff. It's nice, fluffy stuff to work with. Kind of put it in there. Like so. Toss some of this in here all around there like that. Make as much of a mess as you want to. Again, you're transplanting a plant. Nothing special. Nothing crazy. To each his own. Everybody's got their own little quirks. Number one thing with these guys is clean water. Nothing in there. You want nothing in that water. Now they look like hell when you first plant them, but this will give them the potential to have a good life. Basically, in a nutshell, everybody, again, has their own little quirks. Oh yeah, I personally love pump and sprays. A lot of their traps are going to close up. Open back up in a couple days. Not the end of the world. These plants are a bog plant. They like lots and lots of water. However, they do not like to sit in water. They will get root rot, just not as easy as most. Soil keeps nice, constant, wet, not completely saturated. That's why this moss is wonderful. Holds moisture for a really long time. You don't have to worry about it drying out if you forget to water it yesterday. So, essentially, keep watering your plant until the whole thing's nice and saturated. You end up eventually flourishing, making lots. This guy here started out as these guys here. This is what he used to be. All this color is formed just simply from health. All this new growth just simply from being potted in some good stuff. Play with your plant. If you really want to get crazy, all kinds of different setups you could do. Once he's established that flower stalk I cut off earlier, here it is. Take it. There you go. We'll start a new plant. Second video, we'll be taking all your leaf clippings there, flower stalk clippings. Make yourself a propagation dome. You want lots and lots and lots of Venus flytraps? That is how you do it. leaf pulls, and flower stalk cuttings.